Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Sachin Hissaria, and in this video we will be going to discuss about SOX compliance. Okay. Previously also I made one video on the SOX compliance where I have discussed the basic points that what is the SOX compliance, why it made applicable, what are the provisions. In this video, I will be going to discuss about section 302, 906 and section 404. What are the timelines to achieve the SOX compliance, and very important, Form 10K and 10Q? So basically, whenever you are appearing for the SOX interview, they may ask you some questions on this topic. So I would be covering this topic in my video. Okay, let's start our video. So first is what section 302. So as per section 302, guys, CEO and CFO both are personally liable for attesting the financial information. So basically, as per this section, CEO and CFO have to personally attest that whatever financial information that is presented in the financial statement, that is accurate and reliable. So as per this section, the both the CFO and CEO and CFO personally attest that whatever information we are publishing in the financial information, that is correct, and this certification they have to do at the end of each quarter and at the time of annual reporting as well. Okay, at the time of annual reporting as well. So section 302 applies on the CEO and CFO to personally attest the financial information. It has to be done on a quarterly basis, also during the annual reporting. As an auditor, when you go and when you check the SOX compliance, generally you check for this attestation and you verify whether this attestation includes the following thing or not. So in this attestation, they will confirm that they have reviewed the financial statement report. They will also mention that based on their knowledge, the report doesn't contain any false or misleading statement. Okay. And they take a responsibility for designing and maintaining disclosures, controls, and procedures, as well as internal control over the financial reporting. So basically, they take that responsibility. So this is the section 302, guys. Generally, how this particular task is being done. So basically, at the time of quarterly financial statement preparation, organization will send some questionnaire to the people like CFO, CEO who is responsible. Okay. So those person will determine whether there have been any significant changes to their internal control over the financial reporting that have not been reported. So they have to check that aspect. They also need to uh, 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 tell to the management if they are aware about any fraudulent activity. Then they need to highlight that in the reporting. If they come across any fraudulent activity, that they need to highlight that in the reporting. So this is all about section 302. In summarized way, I can say basically this, as per this section, the CEO, CFO are personally liable, and they have to attest that the financial information that is presented in the statements are true and fair. Okay. So this is section 302. Now section 906, guys. Section 906 talks about the penalty. This section talks about penalty, and this section also talks about that company needed to comply with the Sarbanes-Oxley Act. All the provisions of SOX Act, they need to comply. So this sections cover these two topics, that they need to give a periodical report containing financial statements are fully complies with the requirement of 1934, okay, SOX Act, and they also needed to tell. So this section also includes that if they don't comply with this SOX Act, then we can levy the penalty of up to $5 million and 20 years prison also. Okay, so this sections talk about this two requirement. Now, in order to submit the certification as per section 302 or section 906, company generally will file the form 10K and 10Q, which we will be going to discuss in the upcoming slides. Okay. Now let's discuss about section 404, which is very, very important in case of SOX compliance. So basically, this sections, as per this sections, management need to attest that they have implemented a sufficient internal control system over the financial reporting. So this is related to the management assessment. They have to attest this. Okay, that whatever internal control that is there in the company, those controls are sufficiently designed and effectively implemented, and those controls are operating effectively throughout the year. So this assessment will be attested by the management. Okay, the responsibility for establishing and maintaining the testing effectiveness, internal control over the financial reporting. So their assessment will be done as per section 404A. This is a management assessment and their attestation 404A. It will be accompanied by the independent auditor's attestation, which is 404B. So in section 404, guys, there are two point. One is a 404A, second is a 404B. So 404A will be attested by the management. 404B will be attested by the auditor. While doing this assessment, auditor will refer to some framework like a COSO framework. Okay. Now, guys, we will be discussing about the timelines. Okay, like timelines, we will be going to discuss that when we need to comply with this particular SOX. What is the timelines for the same? So, guys, as we discussed earlier, section 302 and section 906, where CEO and CFO are giving the certifications that statements, whatever information presented in financial statement is true. So this you need to comply from the first quarter itself. From the first quarter itself, you need to give this certification. This is applicable from first quarter. Then obviously in the subsequent quarter also you will file this. And first, at the end of the first financial year and second financial year. So it is become applicable from first quarter itself. Generally, how the filing is done, guys. For example, let me explain you this. So for example, if you are a public company, then you need to publish your financial statement on a quarterly basis. On a quarterly basis, and also you need to submit your financial statement on an annual basis. When you submit a statement on a quarterly basis, those are unaudited financial statement. These are unaudited financial statement, and when you submit an annual financial statement, those are audited financial statement. Those are audited financial statement. So basically, you need to submit this 10Q and 10K, which is will be certified by the CEO and CFO or the management. It is applicable from the first quarter. Section 404A compliance, which is a management like this is a management assertions or management attestations over the internal control of financial reporting. This will become applicable from the applicable from the second financial year. Okay. And similarly, the independent auditors attestations, where the independent auditor will come and they will provide their assessment. This is also applicable from the second financial year. Okay. So from the second financial year, they will give this attestation. Now in the SOX Act, there are certain exemption. There are few company which which are exempted, from the compliance of SOX. For example, if you are non-accredited filers, where your public float is less than 75 million, in that case, you need not to comply with the section 404. Okay, if you are a non-accredited filers, or if your public float is less than 75 million, then there is no need to comply with the SOX. Similarly, guys, there are some ECG company in the US. So there is one Business Startup Act 2012 in the US, where companies are granted a ECG status. Okay, for the first 5 years, then there are some other terms and conditions as well. Suppose if your revenue has been reach out to certain limit, then this status will be gone. But till the time this status is there, you need not to comply with section 404B. Okay, so there are certain relaxation. These relaxations are given for section 404B. Okay, company need not to provide the independent auditor's attestation if your public float is less than 75 million, and if you are a ECG company, then this exemption is given basically in the act. Now let me discuss what is a form 10K and what is a form 10Q. Like we are discussing about this. In order to comply with section 302, company need to file the form 10K and 10Q. So basically 10Q we will file on the quarterly basis. This is done on a quarterly basis. As I told you that if you are a listed company, you need to file your financial statement on a quarterly basis or annual basis. So those are unaudited financial statement. So when you will file an unaudited financial statement, you have to fill a form 10Q. Okay, 10Q has a fewer details, whereas 10K will be done once in a year when you are doing an annual financial filing of the financial statement. This is very deep, very detailed as compared to 10Q. 10K is generally an audited report. Okay, where some statutory auditor will come, they will audit your financial statement, then you will file 10K. And 10Q is an unaudited report. There are certain timelines for filing 10K and 10Q. Okay, that will depend on your category. For example, if your large accelerated filter, like where your public float is 700 million or more, in that case you need to file 10K within a 60 days from the end of the financial year and 10Q within a 40 days from the end of the quarter. Similarly, if you are accredited filters where your public float is greater than 75 million, less than 700 million, then you need to file it within a 75 days. This is an annual filing of 10K, and quarterly filing of 10Q will be done within a 40 days. And when you are non-accredited filter, then you need to file this within a 90 days. Now you might be thinking, for non-accredited filter, we have discussed in the previous slide, it is not applicable. But guys, 404A is applicable, where management will provide a report on the effectiveness of ICFR. 404A and 404B, 2 points are there. So non-accredited filter need to file a 404A. Okay, they are not required to file 404B. Basically, this exemption is given to the small company because when this, like the companies have raised a request for this exemption, they told that the cost of compliance is greater than the the cost of compliance is greater than the benefit they are getting, because this is a small company. Okay, and SOX come for to appoint an auditor and to do this compliance. Obviously, there is some cost involved. So small company have requested that the cost is involved in this compliance is a little bit higher. So that is the reason that this exemption has been given to the small company. Okay, guys. Now, generally, this 10K and 10Q form is available on the SEC website also. For example, suppose if you want to check the 10K and 10Q form from any company, this is the link. I will provide this link in the chat, in the comment section also. Okay, in the comment section or video description, I will provide this link to you. Here, what you can do, guys, you can search the 10K and 10Q form of any company. For example, here I have searched the form 10 for Tesla. So you just need to write the details of the document, just write the company name. Okay, and just click on the search, and you can also select a period, and it will show you the form, what form they have filed. So basically, whenever any investor want to invest in the company, they can refer to this 10K and 10Q, because in this all the details of the company, like shareholding, their financial statement details, those details are given in this particular form. Okay, so basically, whenever if you want to verify the financial statement figures of a company, you can refer to 10K and 10Q. How to read this form? For that also, guys, SEC have provided a very detailed description. I will provide you that link also, that how to read form 10K and 10Q. What are the details that is being captured in the 10K and 10Q? So for that also, there is a detailed write-up available on the website. So I will provide you those links as well. For example, if you want to see that, this is there as well. See how to read a 10K. What are the details? It is available on the SEC website itself. Okay, so this many details are there. Okay, so basically, I will provide you this link as well in your description, so that you can read this particular link. Okay, guys, so that is all about our today's video, guys. In this video, we have discussed about all these three topic. I hope you like this video. I'm also planning to make one more video in the SOX compliance where I would be discussing about a change management topic. Okay. So please do let me know whether you like this video or not. And that's all for our today's video, guys. See you in some other another video. Till then, bye bye. Take care. Thank you so much for your time.